A lot of subscribers have been asking me, how do you settle credit card debt? Do you have to stop paying on the credit card debt in order to settle? And is that really going to hurt your credit? Is it going to be years and years before you have decent credit? The answer is, let's say that you call your credit card company and you say, can you give me a lower principal amount that I owe? Or can you lower my interest rate? They might lower your interest rate in some cases. They will lower interest rates in many cases if you know how to pressure them. But you can do far better. You can get your balance that you owe reduced anywhere from 50 cents on the dollar to what you're going to pay them to even 10 cents on the dollar ultimately. But if you call them and you say, can you lower my balance? What do you think they're going to say? Why should they? So what you have to do, unfortunately, if you want to get your credit card debts down, is you're going to have to stop paying on them. There's just no option. And I'm not telling you not to pay on your credit card debts. It's not my job to do that. But if you want to settle with them, you're going to have to stop paying because that's the only way that you're going to pressure them into not paying. Now, what happens is there's a persuasion process that goes on. They're going to start calling you first in a very friendly way and then in a little less friendly way and then in a more aggressive way over the months, starting from the date of the first time you're delinquent, the date of first delinquency. And as they do that, they're going to try to persuade you to make a payment. At the same time, if you're serious about settling, you are persuading them that you're going to settle for a reduced amount. And so this goes back and forth, and each time they call you, they're going to start out the same way. They're going to say, I'm calling you to make arrangements for you to get a payment to us. Every time they call, they're going to do the same thing, and it goes on and on and on. So they're trying to persuade you to pay, and you're trying to persuade them that you're not going to pay until you get a settlement amount. And basically, that's what you do. And there's a period between the date of first delinquency and 6 months when they charge off your debt, and the period of that, about month 5 and to month 6, is where you're going to get most of your action. And then after month 6, it's a charge-off. Doesn't mean you don't have to pay, but it means that the debt is written off to zero. They still are going to try to collect, and you still owe the money, but the game changes after that. And you can settle for far less. Typically, if you settle for the original creditor, you could settle for about 30 cents on the dollar. If you wait, you can even settle for 10 cents on the dollar. And let's get back to the question. Does your credit get affected by it? Is there a way of settling without stopping payments? The answer is no. If you're going to settle, you have to stop paying. Don't make payments until you get a written agreement, a settlement agreement. Make sure the settlement agreement covers your credit, how your credit is reported. In addition to the balance, make sure that it is a written release that releases you from any further liability upon the partial payment, the settlement amount that you're agreeing on. And that way, yes, your credit will take a dip, but if you do things right, and there's a bunch of other tricks actually, by the time, let's say, 12 to 18 months rolls around, your credit can be quite good again, and you're out of this debt. So that's what I want for you. I don't want you carrying around tens of thousands of dollars of credit card debt, or even in some cases several $100,000 of credit card debt. I want you to get out of this debt. It's best if you can just pay it off, but if you can't pay it off, I want you to settle, because that way you can get on with your life. You can avoid bankruptcy. Keep in mind, I'm not a lawyer. Don't take my advice. Check things out for yourself. This is Richard Geller. I hope that you found this useful. We'll talk to you soon. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, what I want you to do is, first of all, you can just go and you can subscribe to my channel so you'll get new videos that come out. I want you to also please write a comment here on YouTube. That would be very helpful. If you're watching this there, you can also go to creditcardreliefformula.org. You fill your name in, and I'll send you an email almost every day where I have a lot of very interesting tips and notification on new videos that are not even on YouTube. And I give my subscribers all kinds of information, including teleconferences and access to information that you won't have anywhere else. So that would be a good idea also. And please pass this along to your friends who are interested in debt settlement. Thank you so much.